and welcome back to my channel. So I am very excited about today's video. I am going to share with you our adventure in creating our 2020 garden. At the beginning of quarantine, we decided that we would make some time in actually planting our garden. We have had a garden once before and we absolutely loved it. We were very successful in our first garden and we had strawberries, kale, zucchini, eggplants, mint, basil, and I'm not sure what else we had, but I remember that our planter boxes were very full and we had so many zucchinis that we had no idea what to do with them. We were having them basically like every day. My dad created a small planter box during quarantine for us and he raised it up and it's small and he designed it just for the herbs. So we started with that and we loved it, so we asked him to raise our other planter boxes because he had originally made those for us a couple of years ago and they laid flat on the ground and I didn't mind it at all. They actually were pretty cute, but when we saw the raised planter box we asked him to do the same for that and it ended up being perfect. Here is the footage of day one of us planting our herb garden. I'm about to plant all of my herbs and my dad made us this. He made us this planter with our last name on it. How cool is that? But this is how it looks right now without anything in it. And I'm gonna plant all my herbs, add some pots right here, maybe down here, and too cute. It's so cute. So it has been a while since we did a backyard update, and I believe the last update that we had was maybe our patio, but before that it was just us creating the cement borders around the grass area. So we had those cement borders there and we for the longest have said that we're going to clean the area behind the cement border up against the fence, so that next time we have a garden, it's clean and it's finished. And first we decided that we were going to do mulch and we went back and forth from mulch to rock. And so we finally decided this was the time to get it done. The first task was to level it all out and to take out all the weeds and make sure that we started with a nice foundation for whatever it was that we were going to add. All right, this is the area that I'm talking about. We're going to fix that up back here. We're actually going to level it out a little bit, add a weed cover and then also some rocks. And then we'll add the planter boxes over there. So that's the first thing we're gonna do. I also have, like I said, these little plants that I'm just gonna leave them here under the patio just to sprout. I added some of the garden soil and then just planted the seeds in there, covered it up a little bit with more of the soil, watered them, and I'm gonna leave them here to sprout. I did get another basil plant to add to the herb garden because we really like basil. And then all of the plants that we're gonna plant in the larger planter boxes. So we have hit a roadblock. So let me show you where we're at. Okay, we covered it all with the, what is it called? Tarp? Weed tarp. So we covered everything and we put our first planter here, but Kevin was eventually going to paint the fence, but we realized that these things are not going to move once they're all filled, and there's no way that he's going to be able to fit through here to paint the fence. So looks like he's going to have to go buy the paint to at least paint this section right here before we get to that. So I guess we'll see you tomorrow. So at this point we figured if we add the planter boxes, there's no way that we're going to move them while they're full. So we are planning to have them forever. So we figured, you know, there's no way that we're gonna move them. We should just take the time now to paint the fence since we're at that point. You know, we figured we were gonna do it over the summer, might as well just do it now. So we had to go to Home Depot, buy the paint, and originally we wanted to do black, but they didn't have black, so we went with the darkest brown. And I'm really glad that we ended up going with that because I love the way it turned out. Added the weed barrier. We're going to tuck it in and staple it down, and then add our soil. So yesterday we did that. We painted behind the planter boxes. We moved the planter boxes just to see where they look best. And I planted the watermelon and the cantaloupe. Now, I've never planted those before. I'm actually kind of nervous because I'm not sure if they're gonna survive. I've been successful with zucchinis, eggplants, and a bunch of herbs, but I've never planted a watermelon or a cantaloupe, so we'll see how that goes. Today, I'm gonna finish the second planter box. We're gonna fill it up. We're actually going to first staple in the barrier, and then after doing that, we will fill it up, and then I'm going to plant the rest of these. So today, what we are planting is, let's see, we are planting red beefsteak heirloom tomatoes. Okay. We are also planting, okay, we're planting 2 of those. We are also planting cucumber. Okay, we're planting some cucumber. Let me move over. We are planting some Ichiban type Japanese eggplants. What else do we have here? Oh, some heirloom squash, some basil, and that's it. But look at how nice the herb garden looks. Oh, I wanted to show you. Just within like a day, look what has happened. It's sprouting. This is the kale that I planted like 2 days ago, and it's already sprouting. I'm so excited about it. These are not sprouting at all. Oh wait, a little bit. Okay, this one is too. I don't know what happened here. Well, I guess we'll see. We already had some of the basil, but new leaves are coming in. The thyme is loving it here. Chamomile is doing great. Parsley is doing great too. Looking good. Oh, where did it go? There's a little praying mantis. Missed it. I planted some mint here. Had some space. Beautiful. And then rosemary off to the side. We love using rosemary. So, looking good. Okay, this is how it's looking. I love the dark fence in the back. Okay. Alright, I'm out here and I'm going to lay out the plants first just to make sure that everything is nicely spaced out and I have enough room for everything. So I'm going to lay everything down first and then get into planting them. Laid everything out, spaced it out, and I don't have space for my zucchini and my poblano because these two get really big, and it's already pretty tight in here. So I'm going to plant these and then I'll figure those out later, but for sure I need to plant these right now. Alright, this is how it's looking.